let me just say this. For this program or CBC to be actually implemented, there is an aspect of quality, and the infrastructure is central to this. As my colleague Dr. Muga said, one of the central things to this implementation is the state of the infrastructure in schools. One of the failures of the previous administration was trying to move CBC to secondary school, going to build 2 classes in secondary school, the existing secondary schools, and leaving 2 classes in the existing primary schools. As you know, 844 has 8 classes. Mm-hmm. When you are at grade 6, you have grade 7, class 7 and class 8 classes which are free. Now when we are bringing it to the primary school, we are utilizing the 2 classes. 2, we decided as a committee to actually ask the Ministry of Education to do an assessment of the suitability of the schools to the implementation of the programs. Because ultimately, we want to have one school system in Kenya where a child starts from PP1 to grade 12, ultimately in the long run. The reason now why they are doing this assessment is to ensure that the curriculum is implemented very well. Mm-hmm. I know there are certain, across the country, we have different challenges. We have different levels of development. You will go to a school, for example, in Tana River, for example, or in any part of this country, you will get the student population there, for example, is less than 100 from grade 1 to grade 6. Yet in the neighboring school, and yet they do not have enough facilities, and the teachers also are not enough. So what we told the ministry as a Committee of Education, ensure that this kind of implementation is actually done quite well. What do we consider? We consider the number of teachers. Okay. We consider the facilities available. So you can easily merge 2 schools to neighboring schools, ensure that they have enough teachers for grade 7 alone. And as we move along, you build facilities in this new school so that in the next 1 or 2 years, the same school can revert back. I think you remember in those days when students were not able to do CPE or KCP in the same school as it is developing. So that's exactly what the ministry is trying to do. Mm-hmm. 2, there is the issue of teacher capacity building. As Mugo said, it is an integral part of any education system. If you want to implement CBC, first of all, you need a teacher's attitude, the parent's attitude. Mm-hmm. You need the child. You need the capacity of trying to reorient it, because the curriculum in grade 7 and 8, yes, as much as it is new, this teacher has to be taken through the various levels of teaching and learning and the skills and the competencies the child is supposed to acquire. So it is actually very important. That is why, as they move ahead, mm-hmm, the government has to really put a lot of money in the teacher capacity building.